Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of Pro V Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of Pro V Sports.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you.
It beat 61-15 and 41-11. It was a tough trip back east. So now put this thing back together. How do you move forward at this point in the season with a different quarterback? You got a little time to get him ingrained in the system and turn this thing around.
Right, and again, that's always going to be the challenge when you kind of a new franchise, trying to do the right thing by the organization, and representing the organization well. I think our quarterback he'll settle in, and if he can't, we have some ultimate other plans that we can go to, and that's one of the things that I'm confident about that we have going forward. Just don't put too much pressure on a young quarterback. For him to have to step in and do so much. He just needs to be his very best, and everything else will work itself out.
It's Harry Robidoux. So you moved on from Jerome Johnson, who was a former league MVP, made a trade, bring in a young man who was the leading passer in the history of Wisconsin Eau Claire. In fact, played last year for the team you're playing, San Diego Strike Force. He was a backup for them in the playoffs. I don't know that I've seen this anywhere publicly. Just you talking about why you made the move and what Harry brings for you.
Well, it's really not like one in particular thing. It's just one of the things that when you got a talent like Jerome, he was a super good talent. And I still respect him and love him. But again, when you have 5 receivers that can stretch the field for you, and you have a dynamic quarterback, he thinks he has to put the weight on his shoulders, and he really didn't have to. So again, I just wanted some more of a pocket passer. Jerome was somewhat of a pocket passer, but his star was just being elusive and making plays with his feet. Harry is just more of a conservative quarterback and sits back and then kind of give those guys, the 5 good receivers that we have, a chance to with the ball in their hands. Again, nothing against Jerome. I just was trying to find a different formula to put points on the football.
And Kyle,
on the board, I'm sorry.
For that to work, then that means your offensive line has got to protect. And I know you've had some issues on the line this year, right? I mean, you had injuries. You had to have Maurice come over from the defensive line and play offensive line. So your offensive line has got to protect Harry for that to work.
Number one, and that's the thing. And again, earlier, like you said, we had some injuries. We had some mishaps with snaps. All of those things, we had those early in the year. We don't have those same issues. Those guys are doing a tremendous job with Suleiman coming on board. He's done a tremendous job at the center position, and we just moved Ryan from center to guard, which is his natural position. And again, I think we've done a good job thus far. We have to continue to do a good job.
Now, Coach, you know what it takes to win in this league and what you have to do. What's it been like just working with a new franchise, a lot of people learning the IFL and just kind of getting everyone on board outside of football that you have to deal with?
Right. And I just want to let the world know that it takes time. It takes time to build a franchise that we're all proud of. This is the beginning stage. I reference it to like having a baby. No one knows the responsibilities of having a baby till the baby is here. And one of the things that we all understand and know, there's a big responsibility with that. The baby cries. You have to change him. Unexpected wake-ups. All of those things you have to be nurturing. You have to do the same thing in football, in business. Understand you have to have patience. You have to try to do the right things. You are not going to make all of the right decisions, but you have to believe in the decision that you make is in the better interest of the baby or the team. And that's what I'm trying to do. Again, I'm far from being perfect, but I was just blessed enough to be around franchises or teams that were like building. And then I think I know the formula. I've been a part of teams. When I was at the University of Kansas, we weren't good. It was 110 collegiate schools in America. It was 102 and 104 was the University of Kansas and K-State. So I knew, and by the time I left, we were the number 2 defensive line in the nation and ranked like up the top 25. Same thing in Nebraska Danger. The same thing in Las Vegas. Nobody remembers these days, the building days, when you win championships. So again, it's the groundwork of it all. I think I'm built for this. It's the dirty work that nobody sees. You try to do all the right things and make the right decisions, and you're not going to always make the right decisions or make the right calls. But I have a good spirit and heart, and I'm just trying to do what's best for this football team.
Kyle Moore Brown is the head coach of the Chupacabras, like having a baby. I mean, they can tell you what it's like to get pooped on, but until you get pooped on by a baby, you don't know. Right.
Sometimes you get pooped on too, right? And that's the, and what you have to do is learn how to clean it up, right? Yes, sometimes they don't perform well, and again, you have to nurture them. No one goes out with the intention to be a professional athlete. Go, you know what? I want to play bad. But the encouraging thing is that they're encouraging one another. They're not bashing each other, and that's a great thing. That's one of the things that the coaching staff and I, we sought after guys with good character, good football players with great character. So I was just blessed enough to have that combination on this team, and we just have to keep building. That's all.
What was the experience like at the IFL Cup, being out there, getting the opportunity to showcase the franchise, but playing inside a mall, which I'm sure was made some challenges, but also some fun things?
Right. The fun thing is I'm from there, so I got to see my family. We weren't victorious on the football scoreboard, but it was sure enough good to see my granddaughter and my uncles and everybody that was in New Jersey, because I'm born and raised from Newark, New Jersey. So, I got to see them, got to hug them. I haven't seen them in a while because, of course, I'm coaching and I was in Kansas City 90% of the time. So to get to see them and be a part of their welcoming party that they had for me when I got there was good. But so to answer your question, the mall was different because it was kind of a 3-level mall. It was like the Gladiator arena, if you will. The seats were kind of set back, but it was just like 3 levels, and people were kind of looking from each level of the ball game. So it was just kind of weird a little bit. But again, I think it's a good venue. I think it's going to be great for the team that's coming there in the near future. And I was just blessed enough to be a part of one of the 4 teams that was there representing the IFL.
Where's your team now? Above the shoulders, right? You get beat like that. You make some changes. It's been a minute since you came home. Here comes a 6-2 team that's playing pretty well. Nate Davis, the former Duke City quarterback, is at the top of all of the passing stats in your league. Like, you got a good team coming in. So where's your team above the shoulders right now?
Well, I think we're in a good place because I think it starts with me. I don't look behind me. I look to how do we build. Each and every time that we go out on the field, there's something that we can learn about us. Whether it's offensive, defensive, special teams. There's 3 phases. We have to be better in all phases when you're with a new team. We have to put ourselves, if it's kickoff return, and I emphasize that this week, if it's kickoff return, we got to put our offense in the best possible field position. We can't start off on our own 5. So, again, the ownership is with me, and I'm pushing the special teams aspect of it all. And the same thing with kickoff. We got to make teams with a great quarterback like Nick Davis have to go the whole field and hoping they make 1 or 2 mistakes when they're trying to play call. And that's the thing. It's a strategy, and I'm trying to use every strategy in there is for the football team to be victorious.
Kyle, I look at the roster, and I'm going to get to do. I'm blessed. I get to do the game on Yahoo Sports on the national broadcast with Joey Bonadonna and Jason Schwartz from WFAN this week, and we were looking over some stuff. And the UNM guys on this team, Isaac Stellman has been a big stabilizer on your offensive line. You bring in Kaiwan McCray, and the fact that Donovan Portery's still there and getting some time, and I look. I had to scratch my head. I'm like, he won the 2nd New Mexico Bowl, right? We just played our 20th. Like, I went back and I looked at his stats and 350-something yards, and they beat Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick's not playing, but Donovan still is. What has Donovan meant for this team? Because he's given you some time now, and he's playing, and I know he's a leader, and I got to spend some time with him at lunch a few weeks back. But watching Donovan, and I think global fans should go out and just see some of these guys play, but Donovan's been a big stabilizer for you in the locker room.
Oh man, he is a pleasure to work with. It's probably one of the finest people I know in my life, and I've been around. God has blessed me with 55 years. The most unselfish man I've ever been around. Really is always in Harry's ear, trying to help him out. His teammates. He's doing a tremendous job of that. And when he gets his opportunity, when we call on him, he does his very best. It's absolutely, sometimes it's jaw-dropping for him to go out there and do what he still loves to do. And that's what I'm grateful just to be a part of that, yes. And you of them have been doing a tremendous job. I tell everybody all the time, I'm just blessed to have a relationship with those coaches there. So when they ask me or call on me I call them and I say, well, Coach, do you have anybody that that may be interested in playing indoor football? And he gave me Suleiman, and I'm like, oh my God, that was a gift because I was searching for a center, and he was a dual threat. He actually played guard at UNM and played another position. I forgot what they called it, like a rocking position that he played tight end on some plays. But the kid is awesome. He's one of our leaders. He stepped into a leadership role. And again, man, I'm just grateful to be a part of an organization that's supportive and understand that everybody in the community is supportive. And then I'm proud to say that those guys represent the university. The university and the Chupacabras.
Tickets start at $2, $2, $5, $10. I mean, you can get in the Tingley Coliseum and go out and see this product. And again, we talk about things that we're so blessed in this city, in this state. This is the major leagues of indoor football. And I know people are getting reintroduced to the IFL and what this is. And you got a team coming in that's good. Lastly, before you get out of here, when you look at San Diego, Taylor Geneser, who played for Duke City, he played collegiate football in New Mexico Highlands. There's so much familiarity on that side. You've got a quarterback, your starting quarterback played for them. Talk about what's coming in both from a familiarity side, and I mean that's a team that's putting up a lot of numbers. When you look at the offensive stats in this league, Daniel's a hell of a receiver. Nate's been putting up numbers. So what do you got coming in on Sunday?
You know, I try to tell my guys, it's not pressure on us, it's pressure on them.
Yeah.
We got to go out there and just perform. I do truly respect Coach Jennison and Nate. I have a relationship with those guys, and I know they've always been fierce competitors. They also have a coach that I've been known for, Shackelford, that I've been known for years. When I was playing, he was actually in Indianapolis with Coach Daly, so I have the utmost respect for him. So I know they have a great coaching staff. I know they have great talent down there. What I'm eager to do is play against that caliber of talent, and my coaching staff against that coaching staff. And this won't be checkers; it will be chess. That's how much respect I have for those guys, because I know strategically they're going to do their very best, because they know that we're not going to just give up. That's not where we are. The record doesn't always look like that, but every single time we get on that field, we're going to swing, and we're going to swing to the last whistle. That's what I demand of the football team and the coaching staff, and I demand of myself. So, again, when we walk out there on that field, we walk out there representing the Chupacabras as well as New Mexico. So I'm proud to say that. And when I go out there, I hope everyone else is proud. The record doesn't always indicate victory, but there's victory in small spaces. And I'm proud of what we have right now. And I'll say this, and I'm going to be the first one to say it. Just have a little bit patience with us. And I'm going to say this, a little bit patient with us. And this thing will turn around. And then when it turns around, I want to see everyone, they won't ask those questions anymore. I guarantee you that. I said it in Nebraska. I said it at KU. I said it in Nebraska. And I said it in Vegas. And I said, just give us time. And the next couple of years, we'll be talking about something totally different of how we came from here and to where we'll be at then. And again, I just know and respect the ownership has always been supportive of me, that we have the right tools here. We just got to finish the job.
Get it started on Sunday. Get out there. It's a 2:00 start. They start the tailgate party and everything going on outside at Tingley Coliseum at about 11 o'clock. $2 tickets up to, go to the website. It's chupacabras.net. Be a part of it. It's 2:00 Sunday. Chupacabras and the Strike Force from San Diego. Kyle, I'll see you out there Sunday. Always appreciate the conversation.
Always. Thank you guys so much. It is always a pleasure to talk with you.
Be well. Kyle Moore Brown, the head coach of the Chupacabras. They've got some time now. Settle in. I enjoy the brand. I just do. I enjoy the football, and I watching some of these elite teams, like watching Vegas and Arizona. I watched the IFL Cup final, 48-44. It's fantastic, and I think you'll enjoy it if you get out there. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Sound.
This report is sponsored by Progressive.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Jimmy John's Toasted Sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one.
Taylor Geneser yesterday, the coach of the strike force, played football at New Mexico Highlands. He played for the Duke City Gladiators. I think you'll enjoy it. And get out there. It's affordable. And like I said, this is nothing against, because we're so blessed. And, Isotopes are home all weekend against El Paso. And United is on the road in Hartford. This is the top level of their sport, of the Indoor Football League. And basically, as an expansion franchise, there's going to be some growing pains, and they're experiencing it. But they've been competitive for most of the year. All right, 505-246-0610. Try to get in. That's the Sports Animal phone line and the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. You will get quality, affordable care for your vehicle at Meineke on San Pedro. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Micah says, grew up on the old Arena Football League, the AFL, in the 2000s. Those games in Denver for the Colorado Crush were electric. Glad to see the IFL continue to carry the torch for arena ball. Been watching more and more games. And Jeff, you're great as always on the calls. Well, thank you, Micah. Headed out to the game Sunday. Love yous both, Micah. Thank you, Micah. Bringing it. So Jason Schwartz from WFAN's coming into town tonight, and Joey Bonadonna's coming in to do the game as well. It'll be fun. All right. Where else do you want? I've been wanting to hit some of this stuff. I've been wanting to hit the NFL stuff that we got on here. And JJ, you put a bunch of quarterback stuff on here because OTAs are going on. I kind of want to start with one you didn't put on the list. Is that okay? I don't think you did. Maybe you did. Puka Nacua in the Rams. And we're not arguing that he's one of the best receivers in the league, are we?
He is.
We're not arguing that the Rams have a real big decision to make because he's going to be up for an extension and there's been some off-field issues, are we?
Nope.
All right. Puka Nacua has taken part in practice this week with the Rams. OTAs are underway. He has become one of the best. I mean, look, he took the field in 2023 as a 5th-round pick, but he's been kind of embedded in headlines the wrong way over the last 6 months. And he checked into rehab earlier in the offseason. It was his decision after he was in some live streams that were pretty controversial. He criticized NFL officiating. He agreed to perform an anti-Semitic touchdown celebration in December. He apologized for that a few days later. And then he was sued for allegedly biting a woman and making an anti-Semitic remark at a New Year's Eve event. His lawyer said back in April that Puka entered a rehab prior to the civil lawsuit and that Puka denies all the allegations in the strongest possible terms. He's since filed a defamation lawsuit against the accuser, pursuing all available legal remedies in response to the false and damaging statements. So yesterday, what day is today? Friday? Yeah. So yesterday, he addressed the lawsuit. He was speaking to reporters yesterday, quote, "With it being an ongoing legal battle, out of respect for the other party involved, don't really have much to speak on. As previously stated, a moment for me to learn from the situations I was putting myself in and also having an awareness of how I'm conducting myself in and out of this football field." Okay, cool. That's a really nice crafted statement that you vomited out. I like Puka as a player, and he's always seemed like he was, kind of one of those go-lucky guys. This stuff he's got to figure out. JT, the therapy. What was the therapy for? What did he do? He told the Orange County Register this, quote, "I think recognizing from myself of kind of where I was at. I work with our team therapist over here. Little did I know that even just writing in a journal, it's been great improvement in my life. I'm just very grateful for the people around me in this organization, something I feel like I've learned as it's okay to ask for support, to recognize that the platform I have being a professional football player and trying to use that for betterment of myself and those around me and the people that have supported me." End quote. I don't know what he said. I appreciate that he's trying to better himself. I don't know that I think he's a bad guy at heart. There's part of me that
it's pretty much just high-profile HR training.
Okay.
That's what this is.
Okay.
Because it's easy to get caught up, especially like when he's bringing streamers in and he's in that world and someone does something and he's like, "Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll do that."
I think he's anti-Semitic? No, I don't think that's
more so naive, right?
Yeah, he just, he's chilling with a streamer. He's doing these things. He's saying these things. He needs to learn what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big part of this process of being in the light. And I think what we'll see is Puka Nacua go out there, have another fantastic year, and next offseason they give him a gigantic contract.
He's set to receive, look, the highest paid receiver in the league is getting over $42 million annually. I don't know what the Rams are going to do, and I think you're right. I think you're right. That's the way it's going to play out. He said he hasn't thought about it. Well, of course he has. Of course he has. And if he hasn't, then his lawyers thought about it and told him about it. Right? You've got to change your image, continue to ball, and you're going to be a really, 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 really wealthy individual. He said, "I haven't really thought about it. To be able to be out here and play for this organization specifically has been awesome. I couldn't imagine myself playing anywhere else. I let all those things handle themselves." Sure. Okay. I agree with you, dude. I don't know that I think he's a bad dude or he's anti-Semitic or he's anti-whatever. I think that he's probably naive. And now the biting accusations, until it's proven, the biting and the anti-Semitic stuff, there's way too much smoke, though, around one thing. The anti-Semitism thing is, right? I mean, when it becomes multiple, you're starting to go, all right, dude, figure this out. And it's not okay anywhere. It's not going to fly in that town specifically. There's a really, really big Jewish population there, but it's not okay anywhere. I'm not telling you it's okay anywhere. But it sounds like he's just trying to figure it out. in I hope it's for the right reasons. I think it's partially to your point. It's HR training. His people said, dude, you got to go do this. It's the look. If you want to get paid, you got to show that you're trying to get better and better yourself and continue to ball out. But they're not going to give you that big money if you're a problem. So go get better and show that you're trying to do something, and you'll get $40 million.
Pretty easy way to explain that.
I don't know where else it is. All right, we'll get some other stuff. I want to get into the Daniel Jones stuff. Sam Darnold made some comments. Lamar Jackson spoke yesterday for I think it was the first time since they made a change of quarterback. It's the opening drive. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Simpieta. I'm 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Experience.
This report brought to you by
Our campuses
by
across
DiLorenzo, Lomas, and Pennsylvania.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Albuquerque's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce.
Talk to Nick Nee coming up here at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. It's just golf tip picture game. Lamar Jackson spoke yesterday. The Ravens quarterback, JJ, it's the opening drive. Jefferson Beata, JJ Buck. The Ravens quarterback said that he was shocked when he found out that John Harbaugh was fired as the team's head coach earlier this year. Yet he is embracing the new coaching staff. Quote, everything is just new, basically, besides upstairs. Coaching staff is just new, and I can say it's a breath of fresh air because everything is just new. Wow. Okay. He said that the atmosphere is smooth with Jesse Minter. New offensive coordinator, Declan Doyle. They're as interesting as anybody, and that's not to say more so or less so. It's time. And they made this move because they felt they were stuck in third gear, right? And I don't know if Lamar had anything to do with it. There was the reports that were coming out of Baltimore last year that John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson were having some sort of a rift. And are you going to go with your generational quarterback, or are you going to go with a coach who's been there for 17 years? The answer is easy. I'm going with my quarterback. And there's a sense that Lamar wanted this done, that Lamar was behind this, and now it's Lamar's team and he's going to do what he wants. There's an urgency there as much as anywhere else, huh?
You have the quarterback play. You have the organization. And when you look at it, there's, I think, the most dramatic shift from the regular season to the postseason has been Lamar Jackson's play.
Yeah.
And it's one where you look at Baltimore and there's no excuses. Like the rosters they've had, the defense has been good. Lamar Jackson's the kind of quarterback that can elevate. Well, you want more on the outside, sure, but then you got Derrick Henry and he's still bulldozing people. Now, last year, the injuries derailed them, and that was a major focal point of it. But you have a dude that should be able to go toe-to-toe with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. But we're also in an era where one of these dudes is going to be on the outside looking in. Not all these guys are winning a Super Bowl.
I think the urgency factor on the top shelf is Buffalo and Baltimore, right? I mean, they're 1-1. I don't know that I think one is more urgent than the other to win a Super Bowl in their window being now. Like in the entirety of the National Football League, it's Buffalo and it's Baltimore. I don't know that I think anybody right now is close. I'll give you what I think is like, 2 and 3 and 4. But is anybody else? It's more urgent as this window, as their generational quarterbacks are in their prime, as they've been close, and they've had the setbacks. Like, I think Buffalo's been so close. The 13-second game is crazy. It will always be crazy to me. Buffalo feels like they've been closer than Baltimore, but neither one have got there, so it doesn't matter. I mean, is there anybody else close to those two as far as the urgency factor?
No, you could say Cincinnati, but they made an appearance. But we're talking about the level of quarterbacks that one of these guys is going to be Dan Marino.
Never get there. Or, I mean, Dan Marino got there once.
And that could be Joe Burrow.
It could be Joe Burrow.
With what we're seeing.
It could,
Living that Cincinnati life.
Yeah.
You have to overcome Patrick Mahomes. But then it's been Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson, and one of those guys is going to lose. And then if Joe Burrow gets there, he went on a heater his first season.
No.
Oh, we just watched Drake May and the Patriots
against
against
the Broncos in the championship game. Yeah.
Like, yes, there's certain players we're going to look at and say you have to win. But with the amount of quarterbacks, especially in the AFC, one of these dudes is not going to win.
The urgency factor for me this year, it's like as urgent as it's Buffalo and Baltimore, or Baltimore and Buffalo. I'd put them wherever you want.
And then you have Justin Herbert that's going to work his way into the mix.
And they both made, that's where I was going on the next shelf. But they both have new coaches. They both made changes at head coach. And so, does that work or does it not? Is it going to take a minute? I firmly believe Kansas City's not done. You can tell me all you want how down they were and Mahomes got hurt, and cool, go ahead and sleep on that guy if you want. I won't. The next level of urgency to me, it's Herbert more so than I say Herbert. It's the Chargers more so than the Bengals, because the Bengals, to your point, have been there once, and it's been so many injuries. The Chargers, look, I'm with you, as good as Herbert is, but they have done squat in the postseason. They made the change. It's Harbaugh's third year, right? It's time, man. It's absolutely time to stop telling me how good the Chargers are, and the Chargers have to freaking do something. It's time. They're the next, them and the Lions. The Lions, it's pretty urgent, because they had that season 2 years ago where they were the number 1 seed in the NFC, got knocked out the round before, what do we call that? The divisional? We'll go wild card divisional, and then the championship game. And then didn't make the playoffs last year. I think there's a big urgency for the Lions, too. You don't buy that one?
I do. I think there's pressure, but then I look at it and say, especially the Chargers, like, you're not you made your coaching change. You're still going to give a runway to Harbaugh as long as he wants to be there next 3 or 4 years.
Well, you paid him so much.
Yeah. But then the one where I think it could get interesting is Dan Campbell.
They don't make the playoffs this year. I think ownership's like, cool, man. That was a nice little blip.
Because the Baltimore went through this. Like, you're not moving off Lamar Jackson for a while. So you just changed the head coach. Buffalo just changed the head coach. Yeah. So when we look at what does that mean, those are the first 2 positions you look at.
Of course.
Is that you're making a change at quarterback, you're making a change at head coach.
Okay. So do you agree with me on the next, like I've got Buffalo.
I could see Detroit being where Buffalo is. Of saying, yeah, this
so you got them
fun,
a level higher.
So when I guess when we say they have to win, the expectations, okay, what happens if they don't?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking, because you're presenting that question, and then I say, well, Detroit could be where Buffalo is, saying, okay, we need to shake something up, and it's going to be the coach.
Yeah, and you're saying Buffalo won't because they just did. I mean, we've watched coaches make it 1 year too, but all right. But to me, though, those are the 4 pressure points. And if you want to throw Cincinnati in there, you can. Look, everybody's under a pressure point. I think Denver's a year away, maybe 2 years away from it. I think New England just got to the Super Bowl, so that's going to be interesting to watch. The growth of Drake May. What happens in that division? Because does it get any better? And the Vrabel thing, I wouldn't underestimate. I just won't, because it won't go away. The noise around that thing won't go away. I've got the two most urgent teams as being Buffalo and Baltimore, and then the next shelf, it's the Chargers and the Lions to me. What does that mean? It's just urgent. There's an urgency because here's where it is. Here, let me define it this way: the window closing, and I think there's still time. And the window always means the quarterback, doesn't it? Right? How good is the quarterback? How long does your prime last? I don't think any of us think Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson's prime is coming to an end. I think we all think they're in their prime, right? Kind of right in the center of their prime right now. And so there is some time, but understanding how many variables there are, how fluid this is, how many things can happen, how many other teams are getting better, injuries, all the 13 seconds, everything that goes with it. Like at some point, one of those two teams has to sniff it. And to me, then the Chargers and Lions are next.
I say the biggest shakeup potentially could be Detroit.
Okay.
Because Jared Goff, you tip your cap, but I don't think they're gonna ride forever.
No.
If they continue to underperform, I think Goff and Campbell could be what you're looking for, because I don't see any other teams making a move at quarterback.
I agree with that.
And so two of them are just made head coaching changes in Buffalo and Baltimore, so that might not happen for a couple of years, but you never know. So I think Detroit could be on the verge of a major shakeup if there's another disappointing season.
Okay. I think that's right. As far as if there's one of those teams that is most likely to change a quarterback and coach, yeah. Round 1 next year picks that are traded. Just something to keep in mind. Green Bay traded their first round pick in next year's draft to Dallas. Oh, this is the wrong one. I thought it was 20. It is. Indy traded theirs to the Jets, and Dallas traded one to the Jets. So the Jets have a lot of capital. So just watch that. But I agree. You have to. I mean, how long are you going to ride the Jared Goff thing? Like you had that, couple of really, really good years. It's a big year for Jared Goff.
It absolutely is. And that's just when we say, all right, these teams are under pressure. Okay. But what happens if?
Yeah, that's fair. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Decade in UFC. I don't know if it was. Does Holly Holm get added? Here are mine. Michael Cooper, Al, and Bobby Unser. Brian Urlacher, Johnny Tapia. Honorable mention, Nancy Lopez. First of all, Nancy's hard to keep off there. Nancy might go on there before Coop simply because she's from here and Coop kind of swooped in and played here. Is Holly Holm absolutely on the Mount Rushmore of New Mexico athletes?
She's in the conversation. I would push back immensely on that UFC comment.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
with
why
that.
she is nationally known.
Yeah, she didn't waste a decade there. Absolutely. I agree with that 1,000%.
She's part of history in the UFC.
Has anybody ever, outside of a Holly match, watched women's boxing? And maybe one here, one there. No, I mean, she.
And I'm sure her bank account enjoyed it.
100%. Like wasted. Let me just tell you. And I remember telling you. Do you remember the conversation we had the Friday before the Rousey fight? And I remember telling you, if she wins this fight, and Stigler was in here, she won't make it through the first round. I will bet you lunch, Phil and Clay.
Where's lunch?
And now I wasn't sitting here saying she wins, but I remember having the conversation. If she wins, this is not a sports story. This is Good Morning America. This is Kimmel and Fallon and all those shows. Like, this is, she's on the View if she wants, or pick your national news. Oh, I know those aren't all news shows, but pick your national crossover. That wasn't just a news sports story, and I was 100% right. She wins in fabulous fashion. No, dude, the reason Holly Holm is known nationally is because of UFC. So
yeah, might not like it, but that was a gigantic part of her career, and it wasn't just a wasted decade at all.
Yeah,
like what Ronda Rousey and then that Holly Holm fight did was put women's UFC in a different level. Now, has there been like that type of character in a while for women's UFC? Not quite, but in terms of the striking, the all-around game, that fight took it to another level for women in the UFC.
Yeah. Now, if you want to get Mount Rushmore, we can do that later. It's a fair conversation. I'm not a big Mount Rushmore guy. And then he has Alan Bobby, or Alan, what did he have? Alan L. Jr. or Alan Bobby? How did he do that? He put it, Alan Bobby, as one person. Can they be one person? They're not. All right, we're going to talk golf. When we get back, Nick Nee's going to be with us, the director of golf at the San Diego Golf Club. We'll get you a golf tip. Talk to you about, there's a Supreme Court case going on the cart thing. Tiger not entering any of the majors, which I don't think is a surprise at all. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride barbecue chicken and ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com.
Myself on Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
Because I thought the E was Eastern New Mexico for whatever reason, so I had to hit the Google real hard and do some homework, but I was in tune with it, and it was so good to see them displayed, and the level of golf that they played just shows how good the women's game is as well.
Hit the facility there, I stayed at the there's a Marriott property right next to the hotel, or right next to the golf course, and I was up there. I think when I dropped Addie off and I was going to play, and for some reason I didn't. The place looks beautiful, but the junior program, the amount of kids that were out there, and this was, I guess it was August, but a gorgeous facility, and just the amount of Eastern Michigan prestige and trophies. It was really cool. It showed me how a college golf program can completely. What do you look?
It's because they got a massive NIL budget
at Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah.
You're kidding me, right?
They have alums who own Game Above, which is a privately held global investment company.
Is that right?
And they have players that don't even go to school on campus that are on their golf team.
All right, go find them. Whatever it is, man. They
live out in California, but and show up to the tournaments.
Not really. They don't go to school there?
Online.
All right. Did you know that, Nick?
I didn't. But it's not surprising. That's how some of the juniors are in this game, and I'm not shocked that the backing being funding, especially now in collegiate sports. Unfortunately, it's not a surprise, but I also think they do a really good job at junior golf and upbringing at least that portion there. But when it comes to Eastern Michigan and the wealth that's behind it, unfortunately, in collegiate athletics, not surprised.
Yeah. All right. This surprised me not at all. It was announced this week that Tiger did not enter into the Open Championship, so he will miss all of the majors in 2026. I said this earlier. I said, look, golf is so healthy. And this is me. I watch golf, and it never once when I'm watching a tournament, let alone a major, do I say, "Oh, I wish Tiger was here." Like I'm beyond that. If Tiger's there, it'll be cool. We'll watch him, and the story will be, will he make a cut? Nick, I believe he'll be back in a major. He may contend in something in a few years. He may not. To me, the story with Tiger is can he get healthy and can he get right? And then, then let him be part of the game whatever way he is. That's where I am.
Yeah, I agree. I think anytime he's there, it's icing on the cake. But I think the parity, the level of golf, how hard it is to get on the tour now with it just being the world's greatest tour. So I'm with you. When I look at it, I don't think, this would be better if Tiger were in it. If he's there, great. If he's not, I think the names that are there and the parity that's in the game, you see some new guys coming up. I love the Alex Fitzpatrick story. Mm-hmm. Everything that's about it currently on the PGA Tour and especially at the majors. Just icing if he's there, but if he's not, that's okay. I think it's healthy. And I hope he does get back at some point because, again, it's good for the game of golf.
Looking at this year of how the schedule has played out, especially on the PGA Tour, you have the U.S. Open coming up, June 18th through 21st, the Open July 16th through 19th. It's a little more condensed major schedule, but what do you think of this season and then how some of the big names are going to be able to finish up the year?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think JT talked on how he builds his schedule, and it's tough for them. I actually love it. I love that every month from basically, March with the players now, you get a major. And I love it for just the way it falls on the calendar with all the other sports. Obviously, right now we're up against the NBA Finals and NHL hockey, which is phenomenal. But I just love how it builds up to it. And I think we'll see who comes down the stretch. I think we're going to get an unknown at the U.S. Open, and we're going to get somebody new at the British.
Yeah. And so that leads me to the Aaron Rai thing. You think Aaron Rai sticks around and wins more majors, or is this like, a Rich Beam kind of a, one time, it gets a lot of exemptions. Don't get me wrong. I think it's wonderful, but is he a guy that can win multiple majors?
Great question. I think he is. I would like to see him win more because I think it's a great story with his work ethic, his upbringing. I think a lot of people can get behind that. But if you look at his past, I don't know that it speaks to, winning more majors. But I certainly hope he does because I think it's a great story and something a lot of people can get behind and root for.
Yeah. All right. Nick Mee is with us. He's the director of golf at Sandy Golf Club. He is here in large part to help you with your golf game. And he's got a tip for you today.
Yeah, appreciate it. We're going to work on the over-the-toppers today. We've done the show the last couple of years. But all you're going to do, you can do it with the ball, without a ball. Just need something to tee or something to contact the ground with. All you're going to do is take your setup, and then you're going to drop your trail foot. So right-handed player, that's your right foot, left foot for the left-handed player. Drop it back, about a full step behind you, so you'll feel like your feet are really closed or kind of you're angled to the right for a right-handed player. And you're just going to take some practice swings. And what you'll feel is that right shoulder doesn't come over the top of the left shoulder, and you're able to come more from the inside. And what we talk about a lot out here with some kids and certainly some terminologies, we want to feel like we collect the ball, right? We want to feel like the club face just kind of collects it instead of that aggressive hit. The aggressive hit is an over-the-top chopping motion. Collecting is more from the inside where we allow the club to naturally hit the inside half of the ball. And as you feel that release on this drill, incorporate that into your golf swing. You can do it chipping. You actually see a lot of professionals actually do it. Victor Perez actually does it even though he's on live. Love Sammy Saunders, but he does it cross-handed, but he drops his right foot. It's really just to get from the inside and a more shallow angle of attack. So, again, this helps take away the over-the-top. It helps take away that right shoulder getting out and over the left shoulder. Swing from the inside, collect the ball. You'll hit more shots, certainly further, but you'll hit them better on the club face as well.
Do you suggest doing that it just as a drill or when you get out there and hit the golf ball as well?
I love it as a drill. I actually do it on the golf and over the topper, unfortunately, but I do it in a practice swing on the golf course. So I want to feel what that inside, kind of from the inside, certainly feels like where I collect the ball. I do it as a drill without a ball on the golf course, but when I'm on the range, I'll actually hit a golf ball. I'll just work on kind of half swings, just really working on core rotation and the swing path of the club.
Nice. All right, what's going on at your place?
Man, we got some exciting things coming down the pipeline. Phase one, for those of you who've been here, we appreciate your guys' loyalty and support of our business and of our team. But phase one is nearing completion. So as we get a date, we'll communicate that. But come out and see everything that's great about San Diego Golf Club, what we have coming for you in 2026 and early 2027. Some big things are coming for us. But whether you come play, dine, or have an event with us, come see everything we have to offer here. A lot of great things coming to San Diego Golf Club here in the near future.
It's all at sandiagolf.com. You can book your tee time there as well, sandiagolf.com. Enjoy the weekend, my friend. We will catch up with you next week. Always appreciate the conversation.
Likewise. Appreciate you guys. Be well.
Be well. He is Nick Nee, the director of golf at the San Diego Golf Club. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
You're listening to the Jim Rome Show.
The problem for Kraft is that it's not going away.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, With 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Right. Always appreciate the conversation with Nick. Nick Nee. That was his stuff. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Breaking this morning. I don't know if it's breaking. Well, I guess it was. Mitchell Robinson, the backup center for the New York Knicks, broke his right pinky finger. He will play after surgery and wear a brace on his hand. Not clear exactly when he was injured. There is some video showing him grabbing at his right hand and shaking it with 5:35 left in the third quarter of Monday's game after trying to get a rebound. But they open the finals on Wednesday against either Oklahoma City or San Antonio. It'll be in the West. Robinson gives him about 14 minutes a game, and he's a good backup center. I don't know that this is lethal to them. I believe he'll play, and I think he'll be okay. And you brace that thing, it'll hurt. He'll play through pain. I'm going to guess the opportunity to play for a championship will carry him through that, right? But I mean, it's significant to note. I just don't know that I think it's
go block some shot.
Yeah,
grab a couple of rebounds. Throw your body into Victor Wembanyama or Chet Holmgren. Make your presence felt.
Yeah. This story hit, and it's wild. You've never heard of her, and you will now. There's a woman named Nicole Woods. She is the women's basketball coach at UNC Wilmington. Have your attention yet now that I'm talking women's basketball for you? She had to be revived, brought back to life after she nearly drowned whilst trying to rescue her nephew from some rip currents off the North Carolina coast. She said it was a miracle that she survived. She's at home. She said she's a strong swimmer. And she's like, if this can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. She's 41 years old. She's in shape. It happened a couple days, about a week ago. They were on a family beach outing in a beach called Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina. She was there with her 2 daughters. They're 15 years old and 10 months old. And she had her niece and nephew who were both 8. And she said that she told her nephew, the 8-year-old, that he could swim in the ocean, but warned him to be careful and not turn his back on the waves. Well, he did, and a wave swept him under the water. And it's a good thing she was watching, right? I mean, you think you're at the beach, you got all these kids, right? She could have been completely distracted. The wave swept the boy under the water. She ran in to save him. They both got stuck in the rip current. And so she's trying to take her nephew back to safety. The waves evidently were super strong. They were getting tired. There was a few minutes. I mean, I don't know if you've ever just tried to battle that stuff, but it's treacherous. They were stuck. She said she remembers seeing a man come to help her. But at that point, she knew that he wasn't going to be able to get them both out. So she goes under the water and pushes her nephew towards this man, basically saving the little boy. And like, whatever happens to me, happens to me. She said, by then it felt like a suction cup pulling me under. And that's the last thing I remember. That was her quote. I guess multiple people who just ran in there were three men that were there, heard the commotion. There's three guys who were there. They jumped in, and one of the guys jumped in the water. The other guy stayed on the beach, called 911, and this guy's name is Deshaun Brown. He said, you just kind of got to go with your gut and do what's right. I can't lie and say that I wasn't scared or that I wasn't going to drown, but I figured I needed to save somebody's life. That was his quote. So they jumped in. They realized they'd put themselves, now they're in a bad spot because the waves are still super, super strong. Said when we got out there, this is one of the other guys, Gillespie. When we got out there, we quickly realized that we were in a really, really bad situation. It wasn't, hey, let's go get them and swim back to shore. It was like, holy smokes, let's survive this. So the first responders got there within a few minutes. The beach and rescue was the first ones on site, and they were working on trying to save the child, right? The 8-year-old needed to be saved. And then they found the coach fully submerged in the water. She was out. She was fully submerged. The rescue team brought her and the boy back to shore. She was not breathing. She did not have a heartbeat. And they revived her. Like one of the guys who jumped in said he couldn't sleep for 2 days, didn't know what happened to her. All he could think about was the image of her being face down in the water. The first responders did chest compressions on the coach, on Coach Woods for 5 minutes. They used an AED. They shocked her in order to get her pulse back going. The nephew, I guess, was a little bit better off. They were both taken to the hospital, and they were both put on a ventilator in the ICU. She said I was on a ventilator for at least a day, couldn't talk, couldn't communicate, but I had to write words. The doctor said I was able to breathe on my own, and they took me off the ventilator. She said it was a miracle. How about that crazy mess?
Wow.
Yeah. Be careful at the beach. That's the head women's coach at UNC Wilmington, Nicole Woods. Huh? I mean, have you ever been in rip currents? Like
No, I haven't been to the beach a lot, but definitely pay attention to where they tell you not to go.
Yeah.
When they have the markers out and everything, like, don't mess with this. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, whatever, I'm good. And I remember I remember panicking one time, just getting caught in it. It's like, holy bleep, this is really, really strong. Like, what am I going to do? And I don't remember how I got it. I mean, somehow I did. Maybe but I just remember that sense of panic and how strong the water is. It's it's just water, right? Just water. No. So, all right. Kind of want to reset. Last night, 118-91, Spurs beat the Thunder. Victor Wembanyama set the tone early. We did this in the first hour, but I want to invite the late crowd, the 9 o'clock crowd, to jump in on this. Your thoughts on where this goes in Game 7. It's a 7-game series, but I'm not even going to pretend to sit here and tell you it's been a great series. Right?
It hasn't been.
No, it hasn't.
This is one where I hope we see both MVP caliber players, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Victor Wembanyama, given the fact that SGA is a back-to-back NBA MVP. You fear that, dude, you got to figure it out. I get there along. I get Wemby's on the floor. But you got to have yourself a 30-plus point game, because if you don't have a game like that, there's not going to be an opportunity for someone to make the shot. As you laid out, championship teams that win, someone else makes a play, someone else steps up. Without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander having a big game, I don't see how Oklahoma City gets it done. But at the same time, you have to pause, and we've seen such dramatic shifts in this series when you think someone is going to be able to have momentum, going to be able to take a big step forward, and it hasn't been that. This has been, Game 1 was awesome, a bunch of blowouts. Hopefully Game 7 gets that with these two players on the floor.
Do you have a lean? Yeah, because momentum really hasn't meant much, right? Oklahoma City won Game 2 and 3, and number Game 3 was on the road, and so I thought momentum was there. Since then, it's been home team ever since. Game 3, 4, 5, and 6 has been home team. My gut tells me, and it's recency because it's what I watched last night, my gut tells me to lean towards San Antonio, because San Antonio was so much better than them last night. But 2 nights ago, Oklahoma City was so much better than San Antonio. So I'm struggling on it. I think I lean San Antonio because I think Wemby has been better more than Shea has been better. And I agree with you on the superstars have to be good. Again, I believe somebody's going to hit a big shot that's not Shea Gilgeous-Alexander or Victor Wembanyama. It's going to be a Caruso, or it's going to be a Champagnie, or it's going to be a Vassell, or it's going to be a other Jalen Williams, right?
For San
Jared
Antonio,
McCain.
like Dylan Harper and his injury, it's not as severe as we've seen from Jalen Williams.
Yeah, he still played 22 minutes and gave you 18 points last.
So I know Dylan Harper is there, Castle, Fox. Like I don't know in a game 7 if you don't have Jalen Williams that OKC can have that performance.
Look, I think there's something to be said for being in the middle of a champion. Oklahoma City's been in this situation before. They were in game 7 in Indiana. Wasn't a game on the road? No, it wasn't. It was at home, but they played Indiana in a 7-game series last year. And so they've been here before. San Antonio necessarily has not. I think there's some value to that. I do. But to your point, you got to be healthy and you got to be good. And Shea has been made to feel uncomfortable. And that is an absolute result of the defense that Mitch Johnson and that staff, and it's really, they've got a defensive coordinator on that staff. And the execution, the way Stephon Castle specifically has guarded Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. But when you put Vassell on him or whomever it is that you happen to put on him, Harper's been good. And then I can't get out of my head the way San Antonio made, or more so, the way Oklahoma City looked in the third quarter of that 20-0 run that the Spurs went on. The Thunder looked horrible. And like they didn't resemble a championship team. And I get it. That's not who they are, but that's who they were for that stretch. I don't know. Does San Antonio look that bad at time? I imagine at some point during the series. My gut's leaning me towards San Antonio.
I'm right there with you in game 7, but it's one when you just look at just the dramatic shifts. It is so hard to put your foot down with what's going to happen in the series. I think the Spurs will be better off, but we've seen OKC respawn, and I hope. I want to see a good basketball game. I want to see Shea Gilgeous-Alexander figure out a way to be efficient against a really tough defense. Yes, Victor Wembanyama's inside. They're throwing a lot of stuff at him, but when people have been saying, hey, is this kind of the next dude that's going to take over, and mentioned you with Kobe Bryant, like you got to find a way to score against San Antonio, especially right now when I think Jalen Williams is their second best player. He's not there, so I'm looking at, all right, when you've leaned on Alex Caruso so much, Chet Holmgren, all these players, man, this is the moment that will cement yourself in franchise lore at Game 7 to go to the NBA Finals.
Yeah. All right, when we get back, there's a story in SB Nation MMA Fighting. Ronda Rousey talking about Holly Holm and how, well, I'll tell you what she said, if there would be a rematch, and would there be a rematch, and does she want a rematch? And it's interesting with Holly fighting boxing this weekend, and the conversation we had early. What Ronda said about that next. It's the opening drive, 505-246-0610 on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets.
In MMAfighting.com. And Holly said, quote, I highly doubt, she's talking about Ronda now, I highly doubt she'll ever want a rematch. I always have said since the minute the last fight was over, I'll always rematch her. That's always been available. But she wanted to come back and have this win and go back and enjoy and have a win like that. No hate from me. I hope she does well. I hope she does whatever she wants with her life. That's her life. I'd always be open to fight her again, end quote. So Ronda was asked about it. And Rousey insists, and I believe her, that she is retired from the game. And that it's never going to happen. This is Ronda Rousey now on Up and Adams. Quote, I said I'm retired, A, and B, I think I'm a completely different fighter now. I would clean her clock, and definitely now that I got that new medication. I took it before I was diagnosed with cortical spreading depression, which was always happening in my last fights, and basically why I was like I needed to stop. I thought my concussions were catching up with me. This is the first fight where I was able to take it. When I spiked my head into the mat, that's exactly the kind of thing that would have set me off before. I would have lost big chunks of my vision, and it didn't come back at all. It ended up working perfectly in a live situation. That was the end of that quote. Later, she continued that she's happy with her kids and she's moving on, and she you know, a rematch would be different, but it's behind me. Quote, I think I definitely have the ability and the opportunity to be able to bleeping clean her clock and rewrite all of that, but it's no longer important to me anymore. It doesn't haunt me. It's not the most important thing in my life. And these people's perceptions and knowing how great I am and all that stuff. I know how good I am, and my kids need me in their life, and I want to be there for them. This isn't the most important thing anymore. Of course, the time that I get there, or where I would go back and do that, I don't want to go back. I want to go forward. End quote. What do you hear there?
I hear a little, maybe there's a nice bag in the future for these two in a year or two when it comes to an exhibition fight, kind of just what we saw with Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. What was it, 2 weekends ago on that Netflix card, where it's not necessarily like anything. You're not fighting for a championship or anything. It's just pretty much an exhibition bout that you can make some money on, but you're not going to be able to solve anything, 10 years after the fact.
Look, Holly's 44, Ronda's 39. Like, I honestly, whatever happens between two 40-plus-year-old women is never going to settle a score of two that one was in her prime and one might have been a little past her prime, to be honest. And the one past her prime beat the one in her prime, right? It's like watching Pacquiao fight now. Really? What are you telling me? What am I watching? What is
it's not going to settle anything. It's just going to be
a cash grab.
An event.
Yeah, and a money. All right, 505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Edward.
Good morning. As we close out the month of May, it's been a tremendous month for all of us, I believe. Hey, not only is it not important to Rousey, it's not important to 99.9% of people.
Maybe.
We don't need to see any of that. That's like Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. That's the
people
allure.
Tune in, man.
So if it's the allure for them, and they got it very go back and forth and banter, so be it. But hey, Jeff, you never know where your show is going to take a turn. But I watched a documentary on an accomplished professional swimmer, and they filmed the individual on a coast. I forget which coast it was, and they got caught up in currents. And this was a professional swimmer, and they were swimming directly towards the shore, and the current was pulling them further away. Yeah. So for people that are listening, if you're ever in that situation, they say to swim parallel to the shore, and the current will actually pull you in.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I've been in a situation at a lake, Jeff. I thought it was over, and I'm a pretty, not only a devastatingly handsome, I'm a pretty good athlete. Joke, by the way. But I thought it was over, and it was just in a lake, and we've all maybe, hopefully, not had those moments. But I like the context.
It'll scare the crap out of you, man. It's tough, and they do. But in that moment, you just want to get to shore. You don't think, well, gosh, I think I've been told swim parallel to the shore, and somehow you'll get out of it. No, you just. You're breathing hard. You're getting tired. You're like, this is it, man. This is how I'm going to die.
Precisely. Quickly on the quarterback situation with Herbert, I think the Chargers are just cursed. Last year they lost their top two offensive linemen in the preseason. Guys, I watched the amazing Patrick Mahomes lose his two tackles before the Super Bowl, and they were down 40-6 with 4 minutes to go. I just think the Chargers are just cursed. And they got to find some way, somehow, to get some good luck.
San Diego.
On Game 7 tonight, or tomorrow night, I think it's going to come down to what I call, the officiating, situational officiating. Are they going to call fouls for SGA 50 feet away from the basket? Are they going to let Hartenstein hold Wemby down with one arm and allow the other guy to step on his feet and just hold him down? I think that's going to be the biggest factor. And Caruso's been the third best player in this series. If you're going to lose a series to where, and Caruso's an amazing talent, right? I think he's a really solid player. He was the fourth best player on the Lakers when they won their title. If you're going to lose a 7-game series where Caruso's the second best player that you're playing against, you don't deserve to win the championship. And it's not a knock on Caruso, but role players always play better at home. Oh. And this is such a schizophrenic series. I think the moment's going to be too big for 22-year-old Castle and 20-year-old the other guard. And De'Aaron Fox has been abysmal. He's been abysmal the last 3 games. And I just think it's a tall order to ask a young team to win a game on the road. And I think Wemby, his legs are going, because when you start settling for jumpers, and he's hitting them, and he's a little less active in the zone on defense, I just think that there's a cumulative effect, and they're just wearing him down. And, I would say OKC's probably going to win this series. By the way, Anthony, in the first segment, you should have him do a promo. His back accent is phenomenal, and I'd like to hear more from that guy. He cracks me up. Have a great weekend, guys.
See you, man. Interesting on Wemby's legs. I'm not sure I've heard that before. Do you think they're playing every other night? He's 7'4", right? I mean, do you think there's a wear down piece on him getting physical the way he is?
Guys are tired, man. Like they're playing hard.
Yep.
Getting hit.
Yep.
Playing a game.
Yep.
But it's what everyone wants to do.
Dan, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Dan.
Good morning. Hey, I'm a little late on the Mount Rushmore thing, but my it's four only, right?
Yep, 4.
So mine would be Nancy, Holly, Brian, and Bobby Foster.
Bobby Foster. All right. So 2 boxers.
And the answer's out.
Yeah.
Huh?
2 boxers, a golfer, and a football player. Okay.
Yeah, 2 boxers, a golfer, football player. That's pretty Albuquerque-ish, pretty New Mexico-ish.
Yeah, it's hard to leave Nancy Lopez off. I mean, she was the best in the world for a long time. But this generation, I think there's a lot of people just don't realize, first of all, probably don't even know who she is. And secondly, the appreciation probably isn't there for her.
Those of us that didn't know anything about golf, and we were just a bunch of, ranch kids, farmer kids from up north and everything, when Nancy came on the scene, we were all so proud that a Hispanic, a woman, just everything about her. And then she was awesome. She was just a phenomenal golfer as a golfer.
She was the best in the world.
So, yeah, she's got to be on Rushmore, man.
All right, man. Enjoy the weekend. That's good.
You too, brother.
Yeah. I mean, you probably just heard about it, right? But she was as good as there was. So, we'll do Mount Rushmore another day if you want. All right, we'll wrap when we get back. What do you got to know as you go through your weekend? Still have time for you to get in. Might even be Terry. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Hour.
This is a Westwood One. Following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito.
Said ho. Said Big 12's postseason record over the last 3 years is 500. SEC postseason 447. Give me a ho. Texas to keep its mouth shut. All right, I'll cut them short since we got 3 lines hot. I'll do that. Just for all you latecomers, 505-246-0610. 3 lines lit, 1 line open. Let's go. Howard, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Howie.
Good morning. I've given Dan a call. He's my go-to guy as far as electricity. He says, I'm on hold with the Sports Animal. Howard, I'll call you back. I said, don't worry. Edward's up. He's good for another 15 minutes. So, anyhow, I tell you, I think San Antonio's going to take this. I really do. And I think it's going to be a very entertaining finals with the Knicks and San Antonio. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
That's where I'm leaning, man. My gut tells me I don't know why I've been pulling for Oklahoma City. I don't know what my affection is with that. But my recency bias after what my eyes told me last night, I think we're both leaning that way, right?
Yes, I think so, and I think Wembanyama and Karl Anthony Towns is gonna be a good matchup. I'll let you go. I know you have other calls.
All right, man. See you. I mean, that's where you are, right?
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, Rudy. Good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Rudy.
Well, I'm just going to take Howard's time. I just doubled my time. Hey, lots to talk about, even though you think there's no sports, right?
I never thought that. No.
Been keeping one eye on college softball for the women, and we'll see if all that money at Texas Tech can get them a championship this year. I don't know who to go for in this finals because I really think whoever comes out of that is going to be kind of, in a cat fight, and I don't know how ready they're going to be to take on the Knicks. And, of course, we'll see how that plays out. But you would think that the Knicks would have a huge advantage just from sheer lack of having to play so much basketball. And these two teams have been going at each other pretty hard, like a lot of people have been saying. I don't like some of the dirty stuff, and it just seems to go on way too much. But I don't know what you can do. You can't watch 10 guys all the time with 3 guys. So there's a lot of cheap shots that I saw last night that don't really – I don't like that part of the game. With regard to the SEC, yeah, Greg Sankey, is that have you ever met that gentleman?
I have.
I guess all for me and none for thee, huh?
What do you mean?
Well, they're just, we're not going to talk about pooling resources at all. How does that work? How are we going to do that? That's too confusing. What's confusing about equalizing the playing field, Mr. Sankey?
Yeah,
for years, the SEC has just feasted on the fact that they think everybody wants to watch their product all the time, 24/7, and pay them all this money. And as a college football fan, I'm offended. So I would like to see something come from this bill that brings more equity with that TV money, Jeff. That's my. If you go out and raise your own money, that's fine. But this is money that is basically a windfall for these SEC and Big Ten teams. Do you really think that many people are into Northwestern football?
No.
How about Rutgers?
Yeah, and that's right. No, you're right. You're right. There's people that are certainly riding the coattails of the big boys. Absolutely. I mean, Kentucky's riding Alabama a bit too. Yeah, Missouri maybe. Yeah.
So let's see what happens with that. And then my final thoughts are, man, we just had one of the premier track programs. There's Pamela Kosagy.
Yep.
She goes ahead and qualifies and let the BYU runner, I can't remember her name, nip her right at the end. I think she could have finished her off if
Beat her
she
by
wanted to.
.26, yeah.
Yeah, nobody's going to touch Halftime Samuel. I think that guy is just at a different level. I toyed around with running a little bit when I was in law school, and go out and run the hills at the Arboretum and all that, and thought it was cool to go train at altitude and then run back to Ann Arbor and you could drink all night. But those people are at a level that is just unbelievable. I don't know who was on your show saying that they could go out and run. You'll never get there. These people are such exceptional athletes that it's hard to believe that you can run 5,000 meters in under 13 minutes.
No, it's insane. It's insane. Yes, they're amazing athletes. All right, man, I'm going to bounce because I want to get one more in, but I appreciate the call. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right. And before we do that, I need to tell you about LaBarge Landscape. And if you've got anything going on that you need landscaping, call them. They are the best. They've taken care of my yards front and back, turned it into something that I was like, what the hell's going on, to really an oasis for me. They are the best at what they do. 33 years been doing it in this town, and they've been doing it incredibly well. Family owned, family operated, licensed, bonded, and insured, took care of my yards, and that was, it got away from me. If you're looking to do a full transformation of your landscape, they will take care of it. Tell them what you want to do. You want to do this and that, and it's going to look better than you ever thought. You know you want to do something, but you don't know exactly what. Ashley and the team will come out there with design, and they'll drop sketches until you get exactly what you want, and then they will create that oasis that you've been looking for. There is no one better. Go by their website, labargelandscape.net, LABARGE. Bounce around, look at the pictures of the beautiful stuff they've created, and then call 505-345-3000, 505-345-3000, and you'll be glad you did. Whether your project's small or large, the answer is easy. It is LaBarge Landscape. Terry, good morning. Thanks for holding. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Terry.
Good Friday, Jeff. Good Friday, JJ. Thoughts and hugs, all family members. I don't know the NCAA. I think, with the backup quarterback, I thought Diego won his lawsuit, so why they have to appeal? Do they want to turn it into the Oliver show and say, oh, please, NCAA, may I have another? And why?
The Lobstein thing, yeah.
Yeah, and then with the swimming story, the sad way to end the week was Joe Delaney, the Kansas City running back. He died trying to save a kid, I don't know, the ocean, where it was. And I just remember his wife saying, I just hope somebody else would be willing to do the same for my kids. So, we always have something. We're put in a position when somebody steps up and does something like that and tries to help out, and hopefully it works out successful, like this golfing story and all that. Maybe next week talk about how Phil will be accepted. I don't know if he officially gets into the U.S. Open, says he wants to play.
I think so.
I don't know the crowds, the galleries, will they accept him like they used to do it? And then last morbid thing was, of course, it'll be Father's Day, and Payne Stewart, when he looked across Phil and said, you'll have many more chances, your time will come. And that's, of course, the one event he hasn't won to get the Grand Slam. And just when I was listening on the radio the day that Payne Stewart's plane was flying across, and they said it lost contact and it went down. It was kind of sad on that way. But besides that, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, enjoy your families, and take care.
All right, man. See you. All right. Been a good week. It was a short. I felt like a lot got done this week, didn't it? A lot this week. By the time we reconvene on June 1st, which is crazy in its own right, we will have the NBA Finals set, and we will have the Stanley Cup Final ready to go. We might have that by tonight because you get Carolina and Montreal tonight, 6 o'clock on TNT and HBO Max. Carolina looking to close it out at home. They're up 3-1 on the Canadiens. The winner will get the Vegas Golden Knights. We're sitting at home in Vegas and getting ready for that. We're both on San Antonio. I don't know why I've got an affection for Oklahoma City. I don't know why, but I almost feel like it's not Wemby's time yet, although it will be soon, but maybe it is. We're both leaning a little San Antonio?
Leaning SA.
Yeah. I'm not totally in yet, but that's kind of where I am. You got a fun weekend of Isotopes baseball here on the Sports Animal. The El Paso Chihuahuas are in town. You can listen to those games tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday right here on the Sports Animal. United will be in Hartford, and the Chupacabras are at home against the San Diego Strike Force. That game's at 2 o'clock. Tingley Coliseum on Sunday. Get on out there. Tickets start at $2 to get in the door. And I really, really do believe you're going to enjoy that product. It's a fun, fast game. Text line says Spurs will win because of defense. On the email machine, did I miss anything here? Ooh, I might have. The Ho and queuing Terrence in 543. And this one says, I'm just glad we're getting a flipping game this weekend, Jeff. There wouldn't have been hoops otherwise. Now, if it's another blew out, we might regret getting our hopes up. Thank you, Mike. Thanks to Nick Nee and to Kyle Moore Brown. They were with us today. They heard with Colin Coward is next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. Kenny Thomas's Unfiltered comes in at 4 o'clock, and then you get the Isotopes and the Chihuahuas. We're back on Monday with award-winning radio starting at 7 a.m. Adrian produced all week and did a fabulous job on the television side. Thank you, Adrian. He is JJ Buck. I am merely Jeff Symbieta. Big weekend for you.
Huge.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We shall smell you on Monday.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations